Peace. Today is Friday the 1st, which makes today's math knowledge. Knowledge is the foundation of all things in existence. Knowledge is what perpetuates everything in this universe. Use your knowledge wisely and add on to your knowledge. Knowledge is infinite. Peace. Peace. Welcome back to the YANADAMEEN GODCAST. Lord Jamar.
Digga.
We got our special guests in the house right now from moshs.com, Herb Alkhemyst, and from the African History Network, we have Michael Imhotep.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you for being
for
here.
Coming.
So when we left before, we were discussing how you got into roots and culture and being an herbalist.
You can't say roots and culture without putting a yardie twist on it. Roots and culture.
Yes. Me love me roots and culture. Murderer. Anyway, I digress. So we were talking a little bit about, herbs, and I know you make your own. Turmeric was your thing originally, but you moved on to other herbs. You discovered that there are other herbs out there, and you got into like mixing your own herbs and stuff like that, and creating your own elixirs and tinctures and stuff. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, yeah. So, I did end up going to college for track. I was recruited by Long Beach State University as well as UC Riverside. I transferred to UC Riverside from Long Beach State. And college just wasn't doing it for me. I just wanted to go deeper. There was just something that just really was pressing. It was around 2009, and I just decided to leave college. President Obama had just been elected. And I just decided to go on a journey. And it was after I had some really powerful professors at Long Beach State University from the Black. They have a really strong Africana Studies department I actually changed my major over to Africana Studies at Long Beach State, and just the things that I was learning about our people and the things we've experienced. I just wanted to go further and really understand who we were, before slavery, before these types of things. And so I began to study. I began to learn the teachings of High Priest Kwatamani. He's located Central America in Belize. And just really reading and discovering the beginning of where we shifted in terms of our health.
Okay.
And us really taking after the Caucasian design opposed to
the American diet, as as we know, is probably like the worst diet of any population.
Right. Yeah. And so I just began to seek knowledge in a different way, and in particular about health. And I managed a juice bar with the Kwatamani royal family. I also was a former partner with Stuff I Eat vegan restaurant out in Los Angeles. Very big restaurant in Los Angeles. If you're ever in Los Angeles, go to North Market and Queen Street and go get some vegan soul food at Stuff I Eat vegan restaurant. And so I just began to work with different food scientists. I was a raw foodist for a couple years, and it was when I was 20 years old that I realized I really needed to start making money. For one, I needed to start taking care of myself. Right. I was a street performer at the time. I used to dance at Venice Beach for tips. That's how I survived. That's how I made a living. It's like, I need more money. I need more than this. And the person I was dating at the time was like, well, you need to open a service. And you find a need and fulfill it. And I was like, well, I love herbs. I love working with herbs. And
me too.
Yeah, I love working with herbs. Marijuana is great, so there's like a billion others, And so
we're marijuana friendly people.
Yes, I'm from Cali, girl, so they don't call me Herb Alkhemyst for nothing. But he invested in me, gave me $100, said make it happen, open your business. And so I had to be smart because
balled out on you.
Made that $100 stretch. I had to find, but I wanted to be creative, so I worked with a few formulas. I would say Goddess Life. It was actually womb tonic at first, and it was just in a little shot cup. I just mix it up right in front of everybody. Here, take it. Plug the nose. Okay, thank you. It wasn't the greatest in taste when I first created it, but my friend allowed me to set up in the shop. He had a little weed shop in LA. And so he let me set up my herbs and everything. And, I would just provide it to his customers. And, after a while, they would come to him and they'd be like, hey, I'm going to spend this with you, but I'm going to spend this up front with the herb lady. And he noticed like, hey, you're starting to cut into my finance. You got to go, Yeah, because they'll come looking for him like, where's that herb girl, the one that has the herbs?
They want to see you doing good until you're actually doing good.
Right. So I had to transition. I eventually started working out of Lamert Park. I would sell my herbs on the weekends, and that's when I started to put them in the bottles. Okay. And then I also got hired with Trinity Herb Company. It was a Christian-based herb company, and I was their number one distributor. And so from there, I just really started. I shut it down in the streets, and we opened our online store. And so just word of mouth began to spread, and people began to, because I have 3 products here, but I make over 40 products. Okay. Take care of the hair, skin.
Well, not to cut you off, but real quick, let's talk about these products, what they do real quick, because I want to get into, we're limited with time.
Right.
I want to get into, some conversation and stuff. I see you have King Power, Healthy Cell, and what's the second one?
Goddess Life Elixir.
Goddess Life Elixir. Okay, so I have 2 of these. You gave me King Power and Healthy Cell, and then you also gave me the one for intelligence and remembering. I can't remember right now.
You haven't been taking your.
You haven't.
No, Divine Intelligence. That's what it's called. Divine Intelligence.
And I have the Goddess Elixir and the Healthy Cells.
Yes, and Divine Intelligence.
So briefly, just give a quick synopsis of each one.
Okay, cool. So Goddess Life Elixir, female reproductive health, assists in bringing blood flow to the reproductive system, balances the hormones, assists in balancing the hormones. So this is going to help to prevent the cysts and fibroids from forming.
Right, and that's what we're working on together.
Right, that's a precursor to a lot of womb maladies, even endometriosis, infertility, all these different things. So
can you just make sure the mic is on this side of your face, because we have 80% men that watch this, and I know they're like, oh my gosh,
we will not sexualize the goddess.
She's so beautiful, and so I do not want to block your face, and make sure they get all of that. Go ahead.
So yeah, a Goddess Life Elixir also assists a woman in experiencing her maximum sexual experience. A lot of women that are not orgasming report back to having orgasm after taking Goddess Life. Women that have not been multi-orgasmic become multi-orgasmic after taking Goddess Life. Women who've never experienced a squirting orgasm usually experience a squirting orgasm. For those that have never experienced a waterfall.
Let's talk about it.
She's got the squirting tonic.
Well, they call it, I'm just going to say
the female ejaculation,
right.
as it's scientifically called.
And it's not piss.
A healthy functioning uterus, like good sex is the result of good health. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so this helps you to experience good health, and so that's why it maximizes. It also brings blood, to the clitoris, increases the pleasure factor, increases the sensitivity, these types of things, because it helps to move the plaque, really. When it comes to erection, even a clitoris, it becomes erect, right? And so this requires blood flow. Goddess Life Elixir is also good for the heart. That's one thing I don't often mention, but it's very good for the heart. And you need the heart to be healthy in order for the blood to flow so that you can experience an erection. That's just for both male and female. So it's also, with it balancing the hormones, a lot of women have reported back that they have received a baby. They've been able to conceive as a result of taking Goddess Life. Again,
careful, ladies.
Yeah, that's also the result of a good.
You're gonna be 50 years old, like, whoa! Guys, you'll never guess what happened last night.
Now, as far as the squirting thing you were talking about, let's get back to that for a second.
We circle back to that.
From what I understand, is it true that if a woman is not squirting, that she's actually not functioning properly?
That's absolutely
down there.
That's absolutely true.
Was your thing working before?
Got to talk about that a little bit.
Yes. Well. Okay. So.
I just want to know for scientific reasons.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm going to get scientific with you.
Not that actually being turned on by the man would have anything to do with it.
Huh? What?
Well, yeah, the man has a lot to do with
of
it.
course.
Like,
Connection,
it is
of course.
psychological.
No. But,
Though a
but-
woman should be able to bring herself to a squirting orgasm without a partner as well. And so
Right.
when we talk about
Asking for a friend.
or a female ejaculation,
My friend said she can do it by herself. So.
when we talk about the reason why when you say that it's saying that women isn't, you're not working right, basically, is because
Talk about it.
Is because women have.
That's what it's supposed to
these-
do, you're saying.
It is. Women have
Right.
two ducts. It's hard for me to call it the Skene's gland because that's a European name. It's named after a European
So
man.
don't
and so
call
I
it
just
that
call it
then.
these two ducts, okay? On the side of your urethra that lead to your urethral sponge. Your urethral sponge is a female G-spot, okay? It's also known as a female prostate. Women have prostates too. And so this urethral sponge fills up with prostatic acid. You know, I call it PSA. It's a fluid that's created by the prostate. Both men and women create this fluid. And so what happens is there's a gland, the Skene's gland, that's a part of the urethral sponge, right? And these glands are also connected to the nerves of the clitoris. It's connected to the urethral sponge. And the Skene's gland is connected to the Skene's duct. The Skene's ducts are the two ducts that are on the side of the clitoris where the squirt ejaculates through. Okay? And so if a woman does not push out the squirt when she reaches that point, what she does is she causes it to go back up into her urinary tract. This causes urinary tract infections.
Wow.
It attributes to bladder infections, kidney infections, because they're all connected. It also, I'm bringing this information forth. It has to contribute to cervical cancer and uterine cancer. And the reason why I say that is because in women, when we have elevated levels of cancer of PSA, you can develop breast cancer, right? When a male goes in for a prostate exam, what do? They check his PSA levels.
Right.
If his PSA levels are high, then that means that, he can very well be dealing with prostate cancer. Okay, so it's very important. It's beyond, she squirt, or this is a thing for porno, or this. It's so much
it's
further
way deeper
than that.
Right.
Because, men, all we ever hear about them, we hardly ever hear about them having yeast infections, though it can happen. Yeah, they get, obviously, STDs, but they don't hardly know half the time. We're the ones that end up saying, well, this is going on, that's going on with your system. And so, but women deal with so many different types of infections all the time. You got your bladder infection, kidney infection, bacterial vaginosis, like just all these things.
Digga, anything you want to ask?
Partly,
Ladies, get some goddess life elixir in
it
your
is
life.
partly due to the fact that we are not squirting.
Okay.
So that's how serious it is.
So I'm gonna ask this for a friend. Say you're already there. If you take that, then what happens? Like, what's that experience?
That's what-
Noah's Ark type shit? 40 days and 40 nights out this bitch?
Okay, so
Is that like the guy is
Huh?
gonna like haul ass out the room like, whoa, this bitch crazy.
We breaking the firmament out this motherfucker? What's going on? Talk to me.
Okay, so I would just say, as a person who's taken Goddess Life Elixir for the past 8 years, I now understand that there are levels to the female orgasm.
Okay. Hey, drops mic. Drops mic. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Herb Alkhemyst, Goddess Life Elixir, Divine Intelligence, that's the memory.
Yes.
Well, I want to talk about these three here because these three are available.
King
Okay.
Power.
Okay, yes. Please tell the people where to get them and
Absolutely.
the dosage they should take for somebody to go home and drink the whole damn bottle.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That'll hurt.
Please, man of God, help my son. He has permanent still erection since December 25th.
Okay.
So, teaspoon a day.
Okay.
This little bottle lasts you 2.5, 3 weeks if you take it daily. If you take it at the regular dose, and then I have it in a bundle form so you can get 5 of them at once. That's a better deal.
I ain't gonna lie, it was
More
getting a
affordable.
little spilly when I was teaspooning it.
I know. I don't. Use
I
a
just
spoon
take a
like
swig.
That. I take a swig too.
Yeah.
I know, but I have to.
But I
if we-
figured like a
the amount of a
teaspoon
swig
is
is
a
a
teaspoon.
teaspoon.
That's
Thank
what
you.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
I never use a spoon.
Yeah,
but it's about a
because
teaspoon.
the first
amount.
time I tried,
Yeah.
it was getting all low. I said, I'm gonna fucking waste this shit.
Yeah, you don't want to
Just
bang. Throw it back.
Now
Throw it back on the bit.
you've actually supplied me with products and we spoke. I had to go out of town in engagements, so I haven't really been able to like follow the complete protocol for the fibroid regimen, but I'm gonna holler at you after I see what that Goddess Life do.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and then the King Power I got for the brothers.
Okay.
And so King
What's that
Power-
do for us?
Okay, so let's talk about the prostate a little bit. Okay, so for one, heart disease is the number 1 killer of African American men.
Right.
Number 2 is cancer. The top of that list of cancer is prostate cancer. Okay, now as a man's testosterone levels begin to decline after 50, right? And what happens? He stops having an active sex life. He stops having as much sex. So what happens is he starts to build up that PSA again that we spoke about.
Okay.
Right? And so when that happens, it causes the prostate to swell, precursor to prostate cancer, right? And so what King Power does, King Power, right? It helps to clear out the vessels that lead from the prostate to the penis, so it helps to allow for maximum blood flow. This is maximum strength, length, girth, also increases the stamina and libido, and balances the male hormones, keeps that testosterone pumping, so a man well in his older years can still experience a healthy
Like
functioning
Popeye with a spinach.
healthy sexual life. with
You
King
got a
Power.
bunch of niggas that didn't hear nothing but length and girth. That's all they heard. They said, okay, yeah.
flow,
You get some of
blood
that.
flow.
They don't care about the health benefits of it. What'd she say? Length and girth? Give me some of that King Power.
When the blood can flow to its maximum potential, then it's naturally going to make it rise to its maximum length.
Nice.
And so I did want to mention, I mentioned women in the heart. I just want to touch on the heart for a second with the brothers and the importance of having a clear heart. A lot of brothers that experience high blood pressure will experience erectile dysfunction. And this is especially if they have taken high blood pressure medication. It's partly because high blood pressure medication thins the blood. It's a blood thinner, right?
Right.
Because they got all this sludge in their vessels. So it's like, okay, well, let's thin the blood so the blood can get through these dirty, clogged vessels. I say no. Detox, clear the vessels,
Right.
so the blood can flow.
Food really is the best medicine.
It truly, truly is. And so what King Power does, it helps to flush those vessels down there, with the prostate. And then healthy cells is for cellular health, so that's for both male, female, and it just helps to, in a sense, prevent the cell from retarding. And this is because it's loading the cell with oxygen, plant oxygen. It's number 1 food source. And, it just is a collection of foods from the ORIC scale. Look up the ORIC scale. The world's most oxygenated foods. And with some resins and, some oils from Africa. So
That's
Nice.
so dope.
Now, Michael Imhotep.
Yes.
Coming up, we have Return of the Gods, right?
Yes, in August.
In August in San Diego, yes?
Yes.
What is your involvement with that? How did you two come together as far as working together? And
Well, I'm one of the honorees actually.
Oh.
Return of the Gods
Nice.
for the work that I do, the teaching I do. Brittany and I, Herb Alkhemyst and I, we connected through Facebook. We've been Facebook friends 7 years yesterday, actually.
Okay. Oh wait, you got one of those corny little.
Yeah.
We've been friends for 7 years.
Right.
Friendiversary.
Let's fucking. Those shits are so corny.
So-
I never post that shit.
So we connected through Facebook, and then she saw some of my Facebook live broadcasts, and we started talking about it. And she does broadcasts also, so we share some of them on our Facebook page. And she was telling me about the Return of the Gods, Real Family Reunion. Actually, back in December 31st and January 1st in Los Angeles, she had me speak at the Caress Unity Center, for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And then they said, hey, you should definitely do Return of the Gods. So they had me as an honoree, and I think I'm speaking there, doing something there as well.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
real quick before I forget. First of all, tell the people what is Return of the Gods, who will be there. Also, but before you say that, everybody wants to know the name of the cleanse that Digga and I did,
Yeah.
where they can go to get it and be a part of it. So please tell the people that real quick.
Absolutely. So I'm also a wellness coach. Y'all experienced one of my wellness.
You're my
coaching
wellness
programs.
coach.
Yes,
I've never
fortunate.
felt better. Thank you.
That's what's
that's
up.
awesome. Okay, so yeah, amashs.com, AMMASHS.com. Go to our online store under detoxes and wellness camps, and you will see the 7-day body tune-up. That's what you all did. And that includes, if you're a man, you will receive a bottle of King Power. If you're a woman, you will receive the Goddess Life Elixir. I also coach you 3 days out the week, give you a wellness plan, give you workouts, meditations. And and we do a liver cleanse at the end of the week. And you're done. You
I'm
use
doing
back
it.
into
I'm
it.
doing it. I'm
Yes,
doing
you
it.
laughing at?
Nah, because when she said liver cleanse, I
You
just
don't
made
have to
made
mention
a
the
face
liver
like,
cleanse.
Actually, we both
that
kind of
damn
ducked out of
liver
the
cleanse.
liver
Yeah.
cleanse.
All three of y'all sitting here ducked out on. Y'all gonna all do it
No,
together.
I
but you know what?
drank the lemon juice.
Okay.
No, the lemon
I
juice.
did-
you
She
did
talking about the
50%
olive
then.
oil with the damn salt.
Okay.
That's where I had to.
I got a lighter weight
I had
one
to
for
tap.
you,
I said-
Lord.
Yeah.
No, see, I
That's a
tap
lighter
out.
weight one.
I
I'm
kept
gonna give
the
you lighter
lemonade-
weight one.
Okay, please.
I kept the lemonade going past the 7 days.
I like the
too much.
lemonade.
Yeah,
I could
smashed
do that
that.
standing on my
Yes, I
head.
killed
Smashed
it.
But that old olive oil with
Yeah.
the sea salt and
Yeah. I did the 1 day lemon juice.
I tapped.
Which is, that lemon juice is strong too. You squeeze 6
Who did
lemons.
the onion and the garlic?
I
did
did.
that.
I
I
did.
did that.
I
The onion and the
did.
garlic.
Well, no, I did the garlic. I didn't have onion.
I
at
did
the
the
time.
onion
I-
also.
But I did the
did.
garlic.
Yeah.
I'm not.
How was that?
I had to
problem
dice
with
the
the garlic.
onion and like.
Oh, yeah, that's what you-
I
yeah,
diced
that's
it.
what
Okay,
I
so
diced
real
the
quick.
onion.
Okay.
What is Return of the Gods? Where is it? What is it? Who is it?
Okay. So I have another half. My sister, Kateria, knows, astrologist. She covers the
Are y'all
sky. I cover
twins?
the earth. We are actually twins in heaven, but on
Okay.
earth we came at different times. She's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
But so she had a vision of an event, a sacred event back in 2012 of our people coming together and just celebrating the change of the times, celebrating the fact that we have the truth. We know who we are. We know why we have been lied to. And we have the opportunity to return to our position on the planet. This was a vision that the ancestors gave to her, the Most High gave to her. And so she's not just a dreamer. She's a manifester. She woke up and said, this has to happen. And so I was like, are you serious? She's like, yes, I have to. This has to happen. And so she just began to work. I was like, well, you just do your thing. This is back in 5 years ago. Do your thing and I'll add in and I'll see what I can assist you with. And she just began to put this event together. And I started to add in, bring my colleagues together, bring my people that I knew together. We honored Michael Beckwith. We honored Dr. Delbert Blair of the Meta Center. We honored Mary Ka-Ra, a priest of ancient African Kemetic sciences out in LA. and we were at the top of the hill at Kenneth Hahn Park. 1,700 melanated people just celebrating, listening to African drums, just dancing. We had Cyrock the MC perform. It was an amazing event.
Shouts out to Cyrock.
Cyrock the MC, yeah. Shouts out to him. And so then we had it again 2016. You know, everyone dressed in white and gold, you know, in San Pedro overlooking the ocean. It was just a beautiful, beautiful event. And this year's event is expanded. It's a 3-day celebration. First day is dedicated completely to hip hop, honoring brand Nubians. Lord Jamar will be receiving that award. You two are hosting the Return of the Gods of Hip Hop, Ashe. So just bringing the culture back, you know, just bringing the elements back and showing that, or bringing them, you don't like back and you don't like return, just bringing them to the forefront again. You know, and celebrating. You know, we're honoring Pac as the God MC, and I have an artist painting a huge mural to Pac, and so we're also honoring Professor Griff, and we're honoring Cyrock the MC. We're honoring B Dot, battle rapper, conscious battle rapper, and we have ton of performances as well. Soleil is performing, wonderful goddess, mentor
Shouts
to
out
me.
Soleil.
Shouts out to
That's
Soleil.
the
I love
homie.
her. I sit at the feet of Soleil.
For a lot of people don't know that Professor Griff and Soleil are married.
Yes. Right.
If you're not aware of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Soulflower Amin, Tebe Zelengo, he's a hip hop violinist. He'll be performing. And TSK, which is my group. I'm a part of a hip hop group, Thyself Known. We'll be, you know, headlining, as well as a few others. You know, Hassan and Prodigy.
You just made yourself the headliner. Yeah, we will be headlining.
Isn't that the beauty of putting
You
together
know,
your own
yeah.
event?
Well, I put this thing together, so
Like,
I'm gonna be the motherfucking
I've got
headliner.
Nas, Jay-Z performing. We're gonna do a tribute to Pac, and I'm the headliner. That's right.
I'm humble. No, okay, so then, you know, and then B-boys, B-girls, all of that, you know, off the top battles, all of that. So
Well, that's
definitely
what's
gotta
up.
do that. And then the main day, we have the Royal Festival.
Okay.
That's the huge African fashion show. You know, theme colors is royal blue and gold.
I saw some pictures of some of the past ones, and it did look like some really royal shit.
Yes.
I saw her come out looking like some shit.
Wakanda forever.
Royal, fucking queenly shit. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, this shit looked like
Let's do it.
some shit I needed to be at. Like, it just
Absolutely.
definitely looked like some positive shit.
And we're honoring Queen Afua, you know, master healer. We're honoring Chef Aki, another sister doing
Right.
it, teaching
Professor
people
Kaba
how to
Kamene
eat.
also.
Professor Kaba Kamene, he was on all the Hidden Color series, master historian. And then we're also having a tribute to Dick Gregory.
And when does this go down?
August 10th through the 12th.
Okay.
We also, for those of you who are looking for to stay somewhere, we do have a retreat homes. We have the God Chambers and we have the Goddess Chambers for the men and women, and it's going to be on the beach. And so it's a full package. You get to get a VIP ticket to the event. You get pampering service at the house. You get a photo shoot. You know, so that's the package deal.
Okay,
a bunch
and so
of, a bunch
now-
of,
And that's going to sell out
And
fast.
wait. So
Wait,
now
wait,
I have a link or something,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
so I'm gonna
yeah.
post the link right here,
and
right?
I'm gonna,
Yes.
And I beat you to it, girl.
what?
I'm gonna post the link
I was going
here.
to say, because Rah Digga going to sell tickets too.
Yeah,
Y'all
well-
can get them from Rah Digga
and
too.
if you we'll put you here, but I just
I was
Who
actually
going to win though?
I was
just
actually
cut
gonna
the-
make a
Who gonna
joke.
sell them out?
I was gonna make a joke. I was about
I'm
to
not gonna
say,
have
wait
that
a minute.
competition.
No, I'm joking.
The gods
I'm gonna
and
just
goddess
put it up here
chambers
right now.
with the
and if you click this link,
with
Goddess Life?
then I get my cut.
you know I was going.
You need to
with
take that divine
I get my
intelligence
cut
too.
when you click
I'm joking.
when you buy that package from clicking my link. So go ahead and click the motherfucker. Oh, you know, put them both up.
Oh yeah, well what you're not selling the chambers. You're selling the tickets. You're selling the weekend pass tickets. 100-day weekend pass. You get the full access to
$100.
to the event. Is that what I said?
$100 light $100. Come on,
Yeah,
y'all.
$100. Come out, San
It's a
Diego
light 100.
World Beat Center. Who doesn't want an excuse to go to Cali? San Diego. You know, all this culture, all this melanin.
It says 1,700 melanated people in one place.
Well, we could have 5,000.
5,000.
This is the
Well,
year.
listen, we got to get ready to wrap this
Everybody
up.
just
We
knocking
can
back
go on
goddess
for
life,
days and days.
King power. Oh no! That sounds like a hell of a weekend.
Sound like we're gonna bring the gods down
And,
and return to our royal space.
And wait, I'm looking at
Yes.
DVDs here, please.
This is for you. Yeah, so this is my latest presentation of Black Panther analysis, African culture, history, and Afrofuturism.
Oh,
nice.
Available at website AfricanHistoryNetwork.com.
Thank you.
One for
Oh,
you.
nice.
One for you.
Oh, this is analysis of the Black Panther,
Yeah,
the
so I
movie,
break down the
Wakanda.
film. Yeah, I
I
break
thought
down
you were
the
talking
film.
about, you know.
Oh, no, I break
Huey
down the
and
film.
them.
Well, that ties into it, but I break down the film, the African cultural influences, tie that into African history, ancient Kemet, the different African cultural influences, and the word Wakanda is not a made-up word. That's in Native American languages. Sioux Indian language, Omaha Ponca, as well, means possesses secret powers, but it's also in the Bantu language as well, coming from Southern Africa also. And there's a Wakanda water park in Wisconsin.
Yeah, don't you be having people thinking Wakanda really exists out this motherfucker.
Right,
They-
no.
They're going to get super excited. You mean I really can go to... Yeah, Wakanda's a real word, okay?
Yeah, it's a real word. It's not a real place.
It's not a real place,
No,
okay?
no, it's not a real place.
Relax.
It's a real word. But it draws from African culture. It draws from traditional African cultures, things like that. We see this displayed in the movie. Maasai culture, Dogon, Ovahimba from Namibia, Lesotho from Southern Africa. So we see all that represented in the film.
Well, listen, we appreciate both of you coming to join us here on the GODCAST. Before we go, Imhotep, how can people reach you?
Visit our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, Michael Imhotep, IMHOTEP on YouTube, the AHN Show on Twitter, and the African History Network on Facebook. You can also email me, info at AfricanHistoryNetwork.com.
And Herb Alkhemyst, Goddess, how can people get with you?
Yes, you can reach me on IG and Facebook at Herb Alkhemyst. Alchemist spelled ALKHEMYST. And also at amashs.com, AMMASHS.com, and Return of the Gods, ENT.com as well, and at Return of the Gods, ENT on IG. And I do have a website that's just for Goddess Life Elixir alone, because Goddess Life deserve their own website.
Yeah. This levels to this goddess life.
Yeah, and that's gleelixir.com, GLELIXIR.com. That's where you can find testimonials for Goddess Life, as well as if you subscribe, you can get access to our events that we host.
What are those testimonials like? Child!
Screaming orgasm.
I'm a geyser right now.
Well, yo,
I need water.
I definitely thank both of you for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yes,
Both are
guys.
friends to the show, and you know,
Yay.
we'd love to have you back
Anytime.
at some
Just let me know.
other time in the future. Once again, if you'd like to donate to the show, go to patreon.com/YANADAMEEN, cash.me/$YANADAMEEN, or YANADAMEEN.com/support. For the YANADAMEEN GODCAST, I am Lord Jamar.
And I am Digga Digga.
Peace. Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. Two fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian peace gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodg.com. Get yours today.